Welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's a beautiful day. I'll show you what the plans are. So we're down here in the pond, as you can see, what would be underwater if we had gotten more than a ½ inch of rain this year. So the first thing this morning, and probably until about lunch, is I'm going to have to pull this big old pile of spoils that I dug out of this section right over here yesterday, so that I can keep going down with that other section. This is mostly rock over here, rock that even the frost ripper, I'm having problems getting through it. And that's a good bit of spoils I need to haul out of here. That's that little pit, if you had seen the other video when I got the good topsoil out of it that's broke down over the years. You can still see the moisture in the soil there. Yeah, I'd say from the edge of this spoil pile to the other edge of it, it's about 60 feet. And I'd say about 8 feet high as an average. Let's go look at what's down here that I still need to get through. Put a good dent in this yesterday though. Took out about 4 feet. You can see where the line was at right here before I started digging. It's not too bad on this side as far as rock, but you can see right in here, all this is pretty good size rock, and it's rock. That layer goes up right through there. You can see right here, there's even more layers stacked. And this stuff right in here, I couldn't get through with the frost ripper very easy. It was just scratching it. So I think I'm going to have to break out the jackhammer that I haven't used in, probably 6 years. Yeah, that's the big plans today. Move this pile of spoils and then get the jackhammer loosen, come through and, pop it every 2 feet or so and break it loose. Switch to the frost ripper and then switch to the bucket to get it out of here. Let's go take a look at that jackhammer real quick. So here's the jackhammer. If you're interested in the model, it's a KX B510. It's got a 3-inch diameter bit on it. You see it's pretty good size. Weighs 800 pounds. It's pretty aggressive. And here's Princess, out enjoying the cold of the morning. Well, I guess it's time to get to work. Well, I'm having some problems with the Kubota. Looks like possibly the hydraulic pump's going out in it. It started getting real sluggish where it would barely pick up the soil. So, well, I better get this thing out of the pond in case it dies here. And now it barely, here I'll show you. That's as fast as that's all the way. This is all the way as fast as it'll go. It doesn't have any power. I don't think the hydraulic pump's going out. I'm gonna try one little thing that I saw a guy do that was working on a Bobcat one time, but I don't know if it's gonna fix this issue or not. May have to haul it. So he just stopped completely. It'll go back, but it won't go forward. I'm out of the water line already. I'm up high enough that if it dies right here, it won't be in the water at least. But I'd like to get it up there to the flat ground. If I have to load it on the trailer, I could drive almost to the top and then I'd have to unload it and then try to drive it up past that point where I can't, get it on the trailer with the weight on the truck. Well, there's always something. A beautiful day like this should be moving some dirt out of the pond, but it's not happening. I'm going to try to get it up here and try that little quick fix, taking out the orifice flow regulator on the pump, see if that does it. And if not, then it's going to have to go to El Paso to get worked on, because I don't have a hydraulic pump out here, and that's not what I'm good at, diesel mechanic. So hopefully I can get it out of the pond all the way at least. It moves just a little bit and then it stops. That's it. Well, let me get it out of here. Well, I tried the shade tree mechanic fix and it did not work, so I called a Kubota dealership in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I'm gonna have to head out that way. Hopefully I can get this machine out of here, though. It's barely wanting to move even on flat ground. I'm gonna try to load it in the trailer and drive up as far as I can until I lose traction on the the tires on the truck, and then unload it and hopefully be able to limp the machine up that steep part right there and then load it back on the trailer, because I can't really drive it how it is. It took me quite a while just to get it out of the pond. Well, let's see how this goes. Well, that's all the energy it had. We'll give it a minute. I'll start it and see if I can make it a little bit further up the ramp. This sure is irritating. Have this good window of weather and dry pond to get the bottom dug out, and now I have equipment problems. Could have been worse though. Could have had a bunch of piles of spoils up on the road that I couldn't knock down. I wouldn't be able to get the truck out of here without hand, shoveling a whole bunch to be able to make it over or something. It always can be worse. Well, it ran out of power at that point, so I'll let it sit for a few minutes and start it back up and see if I can get it in there the rest of the way. I sure wish I could leave it on the trailer. I never got a chance to fix a road where I could make it all the way up with a full load though. Off the edge of the road back there a little bit, and I stayed in it, luckily. I made it all the way to the top with that excavator in the trailer. I can't believe that. That's great. That saved a lot of time right there. We made it.
Yeah, we made it. I'm supposed to be careful because...
Yeah, I can't believe I made it. Soil must have been packed enough to make it all the way. I almost lost it on that edge there. I should have took it a little wider, but the rebar is sticking out from that last pile of junk that I dumped over there. Well, looks like we're fixing to go on a drive.